To this edition of Alexis K. Tyler Celebrity Reads. I'm going further into King Nipsey Hussle rap niggas. On the video he did, I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas. Hustle man's a shooter, that's a fact nigga. Going over dealing with that apartment building where he shot the video rap niggas. And going into some of the things he told me, I'm asking you to please continue to donate. Some people put comments there. Well, why haven't you moved, or have you moved yet? Or something. Look, if you really care about me moving, why haven't you donated? If you haven't donated and checked with me to make sure that you gave me enough donations, along with other people finding out the amount I needed to go where I need to go, make sure that I get well in the process, because it's very difficult trying to move around knowing I don't feel well a lot of the times, and dealing with the mold here and working on them cleaning that up while I'm here, while I have a little bit of time here to find somewhere else to go. So, and that's why I'm not going to be coming on here as much, because I haven't felt well this weekend. Yes, I still work. I just did 2 videos for you. Hey, babies, I love y'all. Thank y'all for the ones that do donate. I know, baby. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, everybody. I'm not asking everybody, of course, to donate every time I come on here. I understand you have a budget. If you already donated to me last week, a few days ago, you put me in your budget, and I appreciate that, and I love that. But it's so many people that watch these videos. I know that everybody's not donating, because if it's 5,000 people that watch the video, and I don't have $1 from everybody, $5,000, all of you are not donating. A lot of people don't want to, and so that's why I'm not going to keep giving my information out. And I understand some people just can't. So they watch and they donate with their love, their time. As long as you like, click, share, and you make sure the videos get out there, you donate in many different ways, in many different levels. Your time, your energy, your love. For the people that have bought products, I thank you for those. The ones that I can. If I haven't contacted you, it's because I don't feel well, and all this hell's been going over here. I probably don't remember, because I'm out of my head a lot of the times. I take a nap. Like, I just woke up from a nap about an hour ago, and I was up all day, because Nipsey a lot of times wakes me up very early, or I'm up with my baby all night, or I might take a nap and I wake up. I don't really get a full night's sleep. Many times then I wake up, if I can't breathe, if I don't feel well, if I'm having a problem breathing, then I might sit up another few hours. And I get in some work. I get in there when I can. And that's why I did the videos, to show you what I've been working on the weekend, even though I don't feel good. I hope you like the videos. The grieving stools. I hope you think they're as beautiful as I do. I don't like when people, like somebody said, like the bitch, what a Sin City was trying to say, make fun of my work and say, oh, she makes bedazzled panties. She bedazzled. No, bitch. That, if you look at those jewels that I use, even though some of them are rhinestones and some of them are crystals, those don't look like bedazzled stones, bitch, that you would get out of the motherfucking grocery store or art and craft section, ho. Because those stones look very big and plastic and cloudy looking. You could tell they're low class, cheap ass stones. I don't use low class, cheap ass plastic stones that's supposed to be looking like rhinestones or glitter stones. I would never use glitter. I use silks and satins, pure silk, pure velvet, pure satin, and I use a higher grade of crystal and rhinestone. So it has a old vintage. They have well, you tell me if I'm wrong. To me, I don't know what they look like to you. To me, they look like a old school type of throwback, like antique type, um, a feel to them. And Nipsey gives me those patterns. So he's like, this is a pattern I want you to create. So I actually create the pattern from scratch. And then I said, what stones do you want, baby? What stones do you like? What colors do you want? What's the theme? What color of the fabric? What are we using? He likes beautiful, those types of things. I like velvets, lace, silk, satins. I never use imitation velvets or anything like that. I'm sure you can. Thank you, Flip Wilson. Yeah, I love that feel, and he likes that feel, very rich in texture. And then the furnitures he has me make or reupholster. I love old things into reupholster, and I'm mixing them with the new. If you look at the chair I reupholstered for his anniversary, he wanted the blue velvet, and then he wanted me to put which that's our signature mark, our symbol on that blue chair, and also the video I just uploaded on the red footstool. It's a heated stool, and my son saw it, and he also loves red and gold. Those are his favorite colors. So that's his stool. Well, no, I got another one because I'm trying to think. Heated footstools are hard to find, so I'm gonna have to actually make them and put the heating element in it, heating unit inside of it, because I like heated stools. But I was just thinking, and I said I have two stools, one for Nipsey and one for my son, because his favorite color is red too. And I'm like, I can't put the jewels on a heated stool, so I'm gonna have to make another stool that's not heated, because I was scared to do that. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna be safe to put your feet on top of a jeweled seat and then turn the electricity on, because I don't know if you can see it on there. I just did it. It's the black cord there because it's an electric stool. So I'm probably not going to be able to. I'll just check with an electrician or something to see would that be a problem. I don't want to create like a conductor to burn it or something. But anyway, I did those this weekend. I don't think I'm finished, especially with the pink one. Now that's the baby stool. When my girlfriend's babies died in her womb, physically died, the baby came behind her back. I knew she had had about 4 miscarriages in the first trimester, and she said she knew they were boys. And one came a couple of weeks ago and said, "I'm a girl, and I want you to make me a stool. I'm telling you behind my mommy's back." I told her, the little girl came here, and I said, "Do I have your permission to proceed?" I said she wanted hot pink velvet, and I found a beautiful, like what you're seeing there. That's the taller one, the big one with all the stones. Her and Nipsey made that one, and I'm gonna get into what that is, and how it ties into Rap Niggas Part 2. And to be honest with you, I think what we're gonna have to do, me and my assistant, we're gonna have to tape the explicit version of Rap Niggas Part 2, the reading, because y'all see they suspended me last week, and I can't say the same things that I wanted to say when they got mad and said I should not have mentioned Dr. Sabi. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go into it. Okay. But I can't say that part, and they'll suspend me again. They told me I got one more time. They're gonna take my channel down, and I've had several channels taken down over the past 20 years since I've been on YouTube. I don't want to go through that right now, but we still have the backup on alexiskytyler.com, but I'm not going to even go there. I'm just going to make it more explicit when she has the time to record it, because y'all got to hear this. I'm going to tell you who Nipsey brought in here to see me. She wanted to see me. I didn't know because they didn't want us to know, so they didn't teach us about them. It's the movie Taraji P. Henson with hidden numbers. What is that? What is that? When they hid the 3 black female mathematicians, that they actually stole their information from them and used them to beat, or well, they couldn't beat Russia because Nipsey told me, mention Sputnik to me. Russia, and we see we're still in competition with Russia and the U.S. and problems with the U.S. and Putin, who will not back down, who is invading the Ukraine. Speaking of that, before I go into this, because there's several things that drip must, Supreme Mother Goddess drip with King Nip must address. Do you remember a month ago? I told you, Nipsey told me to tell you to watch these trains. And, oh yes, I'm sorry. Let me go into something else. For Queen Drip from King Nip. I have been telling you all, ever since Nipsey came in here, he told me to tell y'all to stay off them Boeing 737, 727, 757, 777, any of the 700 series, 200 series, anything with 777, 757, anything rhyming like that, keep your fucking ass off of those planes with the airlines, because they all have Boeing jets and the jumbo jets and the commercial airlines. I've told you that. When people laughed and said I was crazy, you see, I kept telling you anyway. Because when he came in here in 2019, there was a 747, 757 Boeing crash in Ethiopian airline. And he was very upset about that because it crashed in Ethiopia, where some of his people are, as well as, he's from Eritrea. Some of the same ethnic groups are in Ethiopia and Eritrea. There are a lot of ethnic groups, but I know that's one of them because Nipsey looks a lot like Haile Selassie. And Haile Selassie has been back in here too. But we're going to deal with that later because I know that Haile Selassie, he split and turned against the Eritrean people, and they have separate countries now, and the Ethiopians have done the Eritreans very, very dirty. And I had said too, there was U.S. intervention and corruption in Ethiopia. And Nipsey's father also has enemies in Ethiopia government, powerful enemies. I have spoken on this since 2019. I've done a lot of videos warning y'all what Nipsey was saying about them Boeings. And you can look it up if you think I'm lying. Ever since 2019, there have been Boeings to crash in those series that I told y'all about 2019, 2020, 2021. And looky. Here comes Cookie. 2022, just a couple of days ago, a DHL delivery plane that's a Boeing was getting ready to deliver packages. And what did it do? Had a problem during landing and landed and split in half. But I'm a liar and I'm a scammer like little calves. Dwarf-sized ass said that's a goddamn liar. He's the real scammer and put my address out. Couldn't prove that. He said he was sending me messages pretending to be a woman, but I would repeat the messages he gave me that were really lies and say the spirit told it to me, but they were really lies. And we have been begging him for a month now since he put my personal address out to prove that I'm a scammer and that he catfishes me and then I catfish you and scam you. So instead of proving what he said about me, he put my address out for everybody to see. He put my LLC out with the Secretary of State, where you see that is my name. That is my government name. My legal name, Alexis K. Tyler. I just couldn't name this channel Alexis K. Tyler because my other one that said Alexis K. Tyler, they took it down and said the name wasn't available. So if it's not my legal government name, why is it on my legal government documents and businesses? And clearly I'm a businesswoman. Whether you want to believe it or not, take it seriously or not, it is, because you wouldn't have found my things registered with the Secretary of State. You would also not find them registered with the USPTO, trademarked and copywritten. You can go look it up now while we're talking if you don't believe me. You can just go to the Copyright Office and type in Alexis K. Tyler, and you will see I am not to be fucked with. No matter how country and slang and illiterate I sound, I'm not a dumb bitch. And I've been around too long to have been fucking people and cheating them out of my money, out of their money, and saying it's not my money, and nobody exposed me yet. So little Kev says that that's what I do. You can't prove that I do it and that you feed me information that's fake. When all these things I have said come true, and now a white man that lives in Canada and these black women that are afraid, which I don't understand because they don't want to be doxxed like I was. Why would you be sitting in fear? And they've given this man hundreds of thousands of dollars. The white man was on Lawyer Cuz. I shared the video tonight on Lawyer Cuz's channel talking about how he gave him an equivalent of close to $8,000 because Lil Kev said he was like Nipsey, investing in Bitcoin and stocks, and that he was going to get their money, turn it over, get a profit, and give them monthly installment checks, and they never got a fucking dime. So instead of him addressing it right now, like I stood down with 10 toes, I never ran and hid, he's now, when they ask him to address and give their money, he's sick now. He has a digestive problem, which means that you have an intestine problem in your ass and that it's leaking. That time I hit a doctor's fucking stomach hurt. Instead of getting that white man his damn money. Now, you know, that's rare. A lot of times white people really don't deal with so-called black people. But he said he's not black, he beige, and his mama white. So I guess that's why they deals with him. They usually don't do that with a person of color. But when they support you, that means they don't see color like that. They're not racist, and they believe in you. And this white man said that he worked 14-hour days, got a family, and he bust his ass for his money, and he was a 10-year drug addict until he started listening to Nipsey. And when Nipsey physically died, he stopped drugging and he followed Lil Kev because he thought Lil Kev was about investigating Nipsey and sharing stories and getting down to the bottom of the murder and solving the murder, which he has not. Because there are a lot of things I've said that he couldn't even conceive. And other people did not know unless they knew the family or were the family or they were the killer or aware of the killing and saw it. He never did that. He has not solved the fucking case. He just repeats the same thing. Then they say he smoked meth at night, allegedly. So and now these people's money are gone. They can't get the money back. He don't have it. He's dodging them and lying. Had lawyer cousins videos taken down by YouTube for copyright trademark infringement. But yet he has videos of me where he copyright infringed on me, trademark infringed on me, used my face, my name, clips of my videos that don't belong to him that belong to me, copyright infringement, trademark infringement. But did I file it on YouTube? No, I didn't. I let it stay there because I wanted y'all to see him. And I knew it's always like that. All these people that say I'm a liar and conners that won't give me money, they go to people like him. You'll listen to me and want me to tell you everything about everybody's ass, pussy, nuts, and how they were shot and where they were shot and who shot John, goddammit. But you go to people like him and you give him all of your fucking money and he's the real scammer, but you say I am. But nobody's ever said I fucking scammed them. And if it's something I can't make or you don't want to wait, I have no problem giving your money back because it's nothing to me. I'm not going to argue with you about $50, $100, $200, $300. It's nothing to me. If somebody gives that, you take it, you think you've done something to me, I get double, triple that right back. It doesn't bother me. I don't want to take anybody's money and ruin my reputation about a few fucking $100 or $1,000. It's nothing. I know how to get that shit right back. But then y'all go to a scammer and believe everything they say and then say I ain't shit because I said that's my spirit, nigga. So now, it's like, just like it always is. Every time people try to destroy me, it always backfires and something fucked up happens to them. And while he said I'm scamming, he should have left me alone because he's the one that's really the scammer. And now while he was saying I was a scammer, he was tricking people out of money. And now as he's done this to me and he can't prove that I'm a scammer, I'm a liar, these people have come forward. This white man that came forward, man. Said that, and see, after the conversion rate, he's probably giving him more money because the US dollar might be less in value than the Canadian dollar. Because I know when I bought things and they're overseas, when I deal with the US conversion rate, the value is lower. So I spend more, lose more, even though it might look like it'd be less over there because of the conversion, depending on the date and the time of day that you send the money and the conversions, because it constantly changes like the stock market. He's done this and now he's been exposed. And that's what the fuck he gets because he said it was me. All these people want to come out. Don't help Alexis. Don't give her money. She's alive. She's a scammer. But it really be them. And then when the shit all comes out and says it's done, hey, lawyer cuz, thank you for exposing her. Now, what really disappoints me? These bitches don't want to be like me. I'm very disappointed that you don't want to be like me. In the sense of this, you see what he did to me. You see what a lot of people have done to me. They put my address out. They lie on me and they scandalize me. But do you see me after they do that? Be in a hospital gown with my drawers down and the crack of my ass out to my asshole hurting and I got a digestive issue and I run? No, drip ain't ran, baby. I stood right here and dealt with that shit, whatever it is. Even if I said, yes, I did it or no, I didn't. Will you forgive me? Will you won't? Can we move on? Whatever. But I don't run from confrontations and when people accuse me of things. Just like that bitch that was over there with him saying city raps talking about she knew somebody that knows me very well. That's my assistant that comes in and out of my house. And I have a deep freezer. I've never owned one and I don't own one now. And ain't no bitch ever ran in and out of my house that'll run a motherfucking mouth with drip in the dirty south. I don't fuck with loose mouth hoes. Now, if your mouth is loose because you like dick in it and balls, I can roll with that. But if you're a loose mouth bitch because you tell all my motherfucking business, bitch, things that we have in confidence, I don't fuck with no bitch like that because I already know what a loud mouth bitch look like and what a loose mouth bitch look like when she get to talking like she needs some motherfucking shea butter or goddamn Vaseline in the corners of her mouth because she stretch her mouth so goddamn wide. She got cracks and motherfucking crust on the side of her mouth where she stretches so goddamn much the bitch mouth toe on the end. Because now if you want to stretch it and suck dick, I'm down with that. Because you ain't talking about nobody. But a bitch that stretch her mouth always to talk about me and keep up my motherfucking name in her motherfucking mouth and talk about deep fry. I don't know you, bitch, and you don't know her either, hoe. And I've been begging this bitch for 2 months to interview the bitch that been in my motherfucking house. That know where my deep freezer at and where that, bitch, I want you to be so detailed, bitch. like I am detailed about my work and detailed about my grieving stool for this nigga I love. I want you to give me the serial number, ho. That's how low I want you to go. When you pull the dick out and pull your teeth and tongue out the nigga booty hole, bitch. That's what I've been waiting. Because you say that she's knee deep in drip house in the dirty south. She know all my business. So the bitch got the receipt on the freezer so she would have the serial number, bitch. But you still can't produce that on drip. And that's what I'm upset about these other bitches. Oh Lord, I didn't mean to say that. Because these women are probably older than me. These older women that don't want to get like drip. You don't want to come forward. And you won't tell how little KF cheated you out of money and fucked you over like he tried to fuck over my reputation because he didn't like that I mentioned Lauren and said she was implicated in a co-conspirator in the assassination and physical demise of Amias Joseph Ashkadam, known as Nipsey Hussle. So because I said she was implicated in it, you trash me with lies and you have stolen these other women's money, but these black women won't come forward because they're scared he's going to dox them. That's why I said you don't want to get like me because he doxed me. But I'm still living and breathing. So you said by exposing, you doxed me and put my address out, and you have therefore exposed that I'm a scammer. You didn't expose I was a scammer. You exposed where I lay my head. You exposed me to harm, danger, rape, murder, mayhem, and robbery. That's what you did. You didn't expose me as a liar. You exposed me to danger and harm. You maliciously dropped my address, praying and hoping that something would happen to me. No, you still did not expose me because you did not provide evidence like an attorney would do, like lawyer Cuz did, because I gave him my information. And I told him, he's like, you ain't got to do that. I said, yeah, I do. I want you to put receipts on me, goddammit. I want you to prove that he copyrighted and trademark infringed me. And I didn't file a report with YouTube yet. But yeah, he said lawyer Cuz had trademark and copyright infringements against him. But you did that to a woman who is an OG. I'm a veteran in this game. And I've had my copyrights and trademark no matter how stupid you say I am. No matter how crazy you say I am. Bitch, I done told you I'm crazy like a fox. Because I would be a dumb bitch if I've been talking about vagina power and teaching it all these years and all these bitches try to copy me, just like Nipsey baby mama. We're going to get into that in a minute. Try to copy me, but they've never said vagina power. And I don't know when Lawyer Cuz is going to release it, but I own the trademarks to the phrase Alexis K. Tyler vagina power that encompasses what? A television show and satellite and music and comedy. And I've also owned the copyrights to it. Humor me. You think I'm lying? You can go to the copyright office right now and just type in Alexis K. period. All caps, please. Alexis space K. period space Tyler. And you will see this is not a joke, bitch. No matter how much I TT and Kiki ho. So I can do that to him at any time, but I haven't. But he's such a tender bitch. He's such a tender, weak little girl that as soon as Lawyer Cuz exposed him, you go run to YouTube and you file a copyright and trademark infringement and get it taken down. Don't worry about it, Lawyer Cuz. Send them all to me so I can have them re-uploaded on my website. And let's see if he'll file a complaint against me on YouTube and make me take it down for copyright and trademark infringement. I'll gladly fight him, and I won't. We'll have it on AlexisKTyler.com. As a matter of fact, we already have one of Lawyer Cuz's videos that he had taken down on AlexisKTyler.com right now. I want you to spread the word and share it. Because what he wouldn't let anybody see from me and Lawyer Cuz on YouTube, then we'll push it on AlexisKTyler.com. We'll show you how to play. You stabbed me. You humiliated and degraded and insulted me and called me all kind of scary bitches and said I was scared of you and I was a punk bitch. See, I can't tell. I don't know anybody like that because I never stuttered, stumbled, or fell when you did that to me. I'm still right here. at the same address. And what I said to look lawyer cousin, I'll say publicly about the women, I'm upset you don't want to be like me. Why spend your time being afraid of someone like him and afraid of being doxxed when you know he stole your fucking money and trust? You trusted him. You thought he was a good person because he was taking up for NIPSEY. He called himself, goddamn it, because he's really not a good investigator reporter. He copied information from me, and the stuff he said, we've heard me say it in readings, and my dates on it are older than his. Then he talks to people in LA. He talks to Crips. He talks to all these people. I don't talk to everybody to get my information. I talk to spirits. I talk to God. I talk to NIPSEY. I talk to the soul of this man who is physically dead but yet still alive. So instead of being fearful, I put that energy and dealt with self-defense and protection because, Georgia's a stand your ground state. That's why I said I'm upset they don't want to get like me. Put the Cash App out there. Hit the Cash App and donate, please. Because I don't have a lot of time over here. I'm not going to be coming over here every day. Especially if y'all don't love and support me. But y'all support people like him and bitches like Sin City that tell lies on other bitches and attack them. Who really want your love, admiration, and attention. I think secretly y'all like me. If you got a girl crush on me, ho, or y'all want to be like me, because there's too many of y'all always talking about me, and I never watch your readings, and I never talk about y'all, but y'all always watch my readings and you talk about me, but you don't fucking like me, which I don't understand. Why you watch me and you don't like me, and you say I'm a liar, but shit I say keeps motherfucking coming up. Just like, what did I say when I did the video on the trains and somebody said black people? I said, no, I see white people laying dead in the fucking trains and being transported on trains, and some of them naked, just dead bodies, and they got dirt on them, look like smoke, like black soot or something on them. Go back and look at it. You think I'm fucking lying. I said it. I said it's white people on the train. Some kind of explosion on the train. They laying there dead. And Nipsey told me to tell y'all a train's getting ready to derail. And y'all need to be careful riding on these trains. Something bad is going to happen on these trains. Either here and or overseas, or here and overseas. A few days after that, the Ukraine war, when Putin hit the Ukraine. And then a couple of days ago, what happens? A missile. They sent a missile and shot a train with people on the train in the goddamn Ukraine. Y'all said dirt drip is motherfucking the dirty South. Insane. But I bring that thunder to your motherfucking brain, bitch, because it happened like what the fuck I said. It was white people over there on that goddamn plane, on that train in the Ukraine, goddamn it, 2 days ago. And you see the white people laid out dead, goddamn it, on that train and outside on the ground on the goddamn train. Said drip line, goddamn it. Said drip line. Calls Mother Supreme Drip a liar, and go and look at the motherfucking clips on YouTube and see if you can find out what I'm saying, or see if you can find out that it's not, so you can call me a liar. I'll wait. Do it on the live, bitch. Call me a liar on the live, bitch, because I want to be in live and living color when you prove that I'm a liar. Expose me, bitch. All these people keep exposing me and saying I'm a goddamn scammer, but you cannot get no concrete evidence on drip. Show it, bitch. See, that's just what I like. You always say I'm lying. You always say I'm a mental ill. But then the shit be coming out in the motherfucking news, and they won't even give drip an apology. That's fine. I'm used to it. Because just because you say I'm a liar doesn't make it true. When NBC, MNSBC, Al Jazeera, goddammit. Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 11. Always confirmed drip. Why is that? When I'm such a fucking liar. Oh boy. Anyway, okay. So the Boeing just came out with DHL delivery service. As I had said, the train in the goddamn Ukraine where they said that drip in the dirty South is crazy on the brain and she insane. But goddamn it, I bring that pain to y'all motherfucking ass again in the goddamn game. What else? It'd be so much. Oh! Yes, I didn't know what La Boussilia Why when they suspended me when I said that King Nip and goddamn Dr. Saban talking about the water and the water storms and the water season and the water tiger and the Chinese New Year, and that it was coming in a tornado and hurricane and tsunami and earthquakes. All this stuff was underground and above ground. I did not know that goddamn volcano with them, that tornado with them two eyes was standing still in the ATL at Lil Boosie house. The motherfucker came by Lil Boosie house. Lil Boosie filmed it and put it on the video on YouTube. And I said, what? You know, I said that shit, but for me, because I'm looking at the storm and it's got two eyes and that motherfucker big as hell. Walking around, kicking people ass and taking names, goddamn it, going back and forth across the street, walking up and down the goddamn sidewalk, just fucking shit up. And I'm saying, why do I get a creepy feeling that thing is nearby? I said, y'all, where did Lil Boosie live? Somebody said Atlanta. I said, thank you, baby. I said, so the motherfucker was in a dirty South. I done talked his ass up, and the nigga, I'm glad the nigga went past my house in the goddamn dirty South. Because I knew that was coming. I knew there was ancestors raising up out the ground, and I done water what I told y'all in Atlanta and other cities where they done killed black folks and buried them alive underwater and made it a lake and took their land and named it something else. And you see how powerful that is? You see what powerful voodoo that is? To take somebody on their land, a whole bunch of people, kill them alive, drown them alive, and then build. Go look at subdivision. At least that's how it is down here in Atlanta. Build your houses in a circle around the lake. Put all your houses around the lake in a circle. Encapsulate the souls of the people and feed off of the energy of the people, the souls, the melanated. Let me get into that, because see, that's what, when Nipsey brought the lady in here, what that movie called, what is it, not colors, is it hidden numbers or something? What is it called, y'all, when the three ladies worked at NASA? Kathleen, was it Kathleen something? I forgot the last name. I can't look at it. I don't want to mess with the phone, try to look at it. I was talking to that lady. I like her. She come in here, and then some people put it up there. What is it, NDAA? But the National Authorization Act, or National Defense Authorization Act, they was putting it there, hidden figures. Thank you, baby. Hidden figures. That's right. And people telling me when I was talking about rap niggas the other day and say he was tying it to Maxine Waters and congressional hearings and Homeland Security and the military and how they would use that to shut the streets down and take over the police and make it a federal and military police, which is going to be that and having stop points and checkpoints. I said, Maxine Ward ain't no good. She's wealthy. And if somebody else tell me her husband is wealthy in his own bank, so I know he's a part of the elite. He's a part of the Masonic Society. He wouldn't own banks and be that successful if he wasn't a part of the secret programs and be an affiliate of banking and finance with fiat currency. So she is a part of that. She will have the finger over her mouth saying, shh, with the left eye went down. She's a part of that whole system. It also controls music and rap and all that. I'm sure she knew Nipsey as well. He's telling me she's corrupt and she's not going to step in when this thing goes down. And another part of that thing that you know what it is, people getting sick, I cannot say over here. And you know, that video, when I said Dr. Sabi and Nipsey was standing at my door talking about the waters of the body, the waters of the cell, the waters out of space, the waters in the ground, and the waters under the ground, and the upheaval of the ancestors that are trapped in the water. And he talked about those resorts and retreats, have mercy, that Afua and Nipsey baby mama, the actress that he put on the floor. You ain't put an actress on the floor. You ain't did none of that. And he said that actress right there was going to be in them retreats and scamming people in multi-level marketing and getting pregnant young women's in there to a vampire and feed on their baby. And the baby's soul will already be sold for the diamonds in their eyes and this fake celebrity where they looking for gold. The baby mama. Cross baby mama. You see it after I say it, then try to warn people they're going to get around this water and these retreats with the dead people in the water and the ancestors in the water and our slave ancestors in the water around these oceans and on these boats and in these private retreats in LA and going on tours into other islands and shit. Well, guess what? The bitch is already doing it. And they sent me pictures from one of her Instagram fan pages and showed her Puma baby mama. I think Puma sponsored this event. Well, she's in there with some of her other homegirls, and they got pregnant women in there, and they holding their stomach, and Lauren's on her knees touching on this white girl or Spanish girl with a microphone in her mouth, because you know she's a spiritual healer and a motivational speaker. Like I told y'all, she was gonna pull this when that boy physically died and take his money and take everything he was and try to become it in female form. She done told y'all she's a lady boss, she later hustle. God damn it, he done got in her body and say he with her 1,000%. Told Michael Beckwith that he with her 1,000%. They get up and do Tai Chi in the morning and wake up the sleeping tiger and do the crouching dragon yoga exercises and light they sage and chant on their crystals. God damn it. I told y'all that she was going to pull this 3 years ago with a teacher. I guess she'll be writing a book next and going on a book tour and say how his death gave her life. And now she can see and teach and heal and feel and see spirits and read souls. Because Nipsey stuck his dick in a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to suck this nigga dick and trick him out his money. And I said, hey, hey, hi, ho, because the spirit told me so. You see this bullshit? This is the other phase of the dollar bill, y'all. I told you, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Didn't I tell you? See, that's that video they suspend my ass for. When I tried to break that shit down to y'all and told y'all that it was goddamn coming, and they one of their hot spots is Atlanta. Cause just like the if y'all didn't know it, Black Lives Matter, they ain't shit. They being funded by George Soros and multi-billion-dollar tycoons, trillion-dollar tycoon. And as you notice, all these niggas getting shot down every day, and black boys and black girls, and Black Lives Matter don't come in and do nothing about it. But they in $6 million and $10 million mansions sipping champagne down here in Atlanta in mansions and bumping cats. Goddamn it, eating salmon, croquette, and fish fillet out of bitches' ass and all these other states with these mansions. And you know who they also friends with? Queen of Fool and that whole conscience community. And those are E5 priestesses just like her. So they do a lot of black magic. And they put spells on people and con people and suppress people and steal people's energy and say they're scamming and like me. You know, they say you're a scammer and you're a con artist to keep people from fucking with you because you're the real deal. And then tell you to fuck with them and fund them and defund the police. And all these are some fake nappy head nigga bitches that's being fronted by another agenda behind them that don't give a fuck about no damn nigga. And that meanwhile in the front, they live in the life of rally. They live in the life of the rich and famous billions flying in private yachts and sipping champagne and snorting cocaine. And now they're being investigated for fraud. I think it was 2 women who were lesbian, but they also part of the con science community and E5 priestesses and shit. Y'all really need to, y'all really need to check into this shit because it's amazing how Nipsey and Dr. Sabi said they stole their land and they stole their retreat and gonna take over that. And with this con science community that's also connected to the Illuminati music, rap, and acting, secret Masonic and Eastern Star societies dealing with child sex and pornography, trafficking, and luring young women in with babies to feed off the babies, and then basically turn them into sex kid and sex slaves when they want to set another nigga up to rob him from the goddamn cradle to his motherfucking grave. That's what Nipsey's baby mother is doing. And now, so quick, we have evidence that she's doing it. I don't know if anybody can put a link to the page where we saw this tonight and her pictures now acting like she's a spiritual healer, a teacher, and a guru, touching on women, like she's meditating and healing them and praying for them out in California, yay. And speaking with a mic in her hand, they're grooming her to be the next spiritual guru and healer. And she's using Nipsey's death to ride on that, and it changed my life. And he was so spiritual, and like she did an interview about 3 weeks a month ago, and he always told me I could do these things, and I could see these things, and I could be these things, and now I am these things. And so he died so I can live. Do you hear how macabre and supremely narcissistic and sadistic this bitch sounds? Meanwhile, she's sick and semi-retarded motherfuckers over here with gathered up, bunched up teeth in the bottom of their mouth. See, you know what? I'm not finna be funny about what the fuck I say, but sometimes niggas that think they white, they call themselves beige kings, that's half white, because your mama white, you not white. Your mama is white, if that's true. Your mama shot you out of her white coochie. That's a white woman. But anytime, and they know it as well, you lay down with a so-called nigga that's going to destroy your whole goddamn world. At least your white world. White men understand that. Scientists understand that. If we let too many of these white bitches that we got over here lay up with these niggas, she gonna lay down white. She gonna get up pregnant and she gonna still be white. But if she lay down with one of them Moors, the baby that she pregnant with, it may look white, it might pass for that, but you know genetically it has now been distorted. This black done went all up in her world and turned this motherfucker beige or something else, but it will not be white. We already understand that, and there's a fear of a black planet. So I don't know how he got to be white, but he said he is. So since you're not a white man, you should, your white mother should have given you the memo and told you don't get in white men business. Now I respect that. Because I have some white friends, I have some Mexican friends and shit. Because, you know, I'm an equal opportunity bitch. I'm not racist or prejudiced unless you are towards me. So I don't get in white people business, goddammit. Unless the white people say I can get in their motherfucker. I don't just insert my ass of color, person of color. So I don't just go around jumping in white folk because I know that that'll get me fucked up. All of a sudden you driving down the street, you know, zoop, bitch. I don't like what the fuck I do. I'm bending under the speed limit. Zoop, pull over. Anything like that. If I get in white people business, that I don't have no business in their motherfucking business. Or, you know, I could be walking down the street with my 2 foots. They'll do it then, goddammit. If you get in white people business and you uninvited to get in a goddamn business. See, this nigga here, he forgot that he's a halfway nigga, semi nigga, whatever, you know, whatever make him feel better. So he don't want to say that. So he called himself the beige king. Well, I don't know where the beige king was that day, goddamn it. I don't know if they was in the goddamn Super 8 parking lot. I don't know if they was up there in one of them other fast food or gas station parking lot getting one of them Slurpees like he should have done. Got a Slurpee with them bunched up piranha teeth in the bottom of his mouth, gathered up teeth and them round buck ass goddamn eyes. One up I-20 and the other one up 285. Maybe you should have followed that eye that go over to the side on 285 and took your motherfucking ass over there instead of getting that white man business, honey, because you over there, that white man it was a white man over there arguing. Excuse me, not arguing with his white woman. Okay? I mean, the way you looking, the way you act, you can't even get in niggas' business. It's certain niggas' business you need to stay the fuck out of. Especially, I mean, because they don't know you like that either. You're not one of them. And basically, you said you're not one in the fucking way. You don't even like black women. You never kissed one. You never had a baby by one. You never stuck your dick in one. So I don't even know why you taking black women's money. And I hope that white man in Canada don't let you do that to him. God damn it. That he bring the pain to that ass and drop that hammer on your motherfucking ass for getting in white people business and going that white man pocket and stealing that white man money, God damn it. And that you can tell the white man, I heard that white man was hurt. He told me, I'm so embarrassed. Ain't no use in that white man being embarrassed because all of us have trusted people and been taken advantage of. He ain't stupid. He ain't dumb. He had compassion in his heart. He loved Nipsey. He was hurt by what happened to Nipsey. And he thought that man, beige king, goddamn it, beige king with a weak dang-a-lang. They said fucking they goddamn black white women that naming they goddamn child Khalil and smoking meth in the goddamn basement at night and stealing white people money and going insane. That's what they said. The nigga live in the basement. The beige king live in the basement, smoke meth at midnight, brain insane, stole that man money, talking about Nip had possessed him, and he on that goddamn investing in Bitcoin and gonna double and triple them people money. And now he acting like his ass and his intestine tore up. He in the hospital going insane. Cause you need to get that white man his money. That's what you need to do. You get them black women because you say you don't like black people and you not black and you don't like black women. So why don't you give them black women their money, and why don't you get out that white man business, get out that white man pocket, and then cause see this what I'm saying. See this what the fuck he get. He gonna get in that white man business that he don't know. That white man is talking to his woman. His white woman over there, they minding their own business. He gonna go over there and ask that white man what he doing and leave that white lady alone. He was like, man, mind your business. I'm talking to my woman. They over there, they over there arguing whatever they getting into. Beige King, keep on fucking with that white man who ain't bothering him. And the white man made the nigga the recipient of the goddamn wet t-shirt contest. Stabbed this motherfucker. Oh, I don't know where about. I don't know if it was his nigga face. I don't know if it was in his mouth where it should have been. I don't know if it was in his neck or in his chest. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that white man made that nigga, halfway nigga, Beige King, the recipient of the goddamn wet t-shirt contest. Now, I don't know if Beige King had some booty shorts on and a bikini. I don't know if he was modeling for the wet t-shirt contest. It does not matter. I think the nigga pulled him into it and created he created it by getting that white man business, goddammit. And that white man pulled him up, made him the first contestant, the only contestant, the winner of the wet t-shirt contest. Get naked. Get naked, because I think when he stuck that motherfucker, he had to get naked, goddamn, because they called the paramedics and PD and everything else and took this motherfucker to ER. Now, please correct me, y'all, if I got the story wrong. Because I just can't stand, first of all, a nigga that got a lot of teeth in their mouth, too many teeth that be bunched up and crooked. Because that's a liar right there. A nigga with more teeth than me and more damn eyes, because this nigga look like the Inksy Binksy spider with light skin in disguise, goddammit. All them teeth with them... Somebody named Trinity put a whole bunch of teeth up here in this motherfucking chair. Now, teeth, yes, indigo. Her bunched up at the bottom. Go look at him. Look at the picture on. Bunched up at the bottom. Beaver in the front. Two beaver teeth in the front, like it was buck teeth when he was little. With some crossed-eyed, popped out ass, beat ass eyes. Line. I was in somebody's business, and I guess that man let him know that day, bitch, you're not finna allow me. You're not finna get in my business. I'm not return. I don't even know you. Ain't never seen you before. Stay the fuck out of my business. Walk away. White man tried to give him a chance. Walk away, nigga. Halfway or whatever you fucking call yourself, but we know you're not a white man. Walk away. He kept asking little Cal to walk away. The nigga went walk and then just proceeded to stick. Just sticking. Now look, before I get off of here, look, please somebody tell me if I got the story wrong, because it was in the news. And he was on the news slurring. I'm talking about the nigga must have put something on him and took something out of him, because he on the news talking to the reporter. I'm not a hero. Oh, please don't call me a hero. I was just doing what I was supposed to do, trying to save the lady's life. And yeah, I seen the new article comments on YouTube. So I don't know, Lawyer Cub, somebody please tell me if I don't remember correctly, if I got it wrong. Was he shot or was he stabbed? Was he wet up? I mean, was he wet up with a bullet or a blade? Goddamn it, because I don't want to look hell. That's who it is. I'm talking about MT. That's the one who lied on me. And now we found out why he said I'm a scammer. This white man that came forward said he was stealing his money. He from Canada and he got to pay PayPal receipts on goddamn on Lawyer Cub video, goddamn it. Lawyer Cub dropped the link, goddamn it. Cause this nigga dropped my whole address for people to come and do something to me. So drop the goddamn link so they can see his teeth and see him up there talking slow because he was either stabbed up or shot up, goddamn it now. Tell me which one it is, cause you know, I don't like to lie on nobody. Oh, Flip, well, he wear some glasses too. You see what I'm saying? I told you I will buck and cross. Buck and cross and tell a whole bunch of lies and always try to get in people minute business, goddamn. Don't ask him a 2-minute damn tea. Now, Indigo, he don't mind it business because he didn't tell that lie on me. I said I steal and I'm going to scam, I tell lies, and that's why I don't put his name in my mouth. I'm scared of him, and the bitch know if she put my name in her mouth, I'm exposing her. All you did was expose my address. I've had people do that before. I mean, what you must have thought I was a punk bitch. That's what it is. You thought I was wicked. He lied. He ain't never threatened me and told me to keep his name out my mouth, or I know what he finna do. That's why I put it in my mouth, because I want you to show me what you gonna do. And that's all he did is put my fucking... See, yeah, too many of y'all are scared of that. Somebody putting your address out. Oh, the world gonna end. You getting ready to die because they put your address out. I'm not saying it's not a danger in you, but you just prepare and you file a police report. And you tell them they did, and then you bear arms. Because we can do that here. It's just stand your ground. So... I'm not saying it's not something to be taken light of. I'm not going to sit up here and shake and shiver. I don't like a scary bitch. Somebody did you wrong and you know they did you wrong and you won't say that because you scared they're going to put your motherfucking address out. What the fuck is that? And they just got away with taking your motherfucking money, and then they still fucking with other people. Like he fucked with me and made lies up on me and keep fucking with Lawyer Cuz and fuck with other people. And he's the one that's a real scammer and a liar out here stealing people money. Talking about he going to invest it like Nip did. And stocks and coins and all that shit and getting them people they dividend and ain't nobody got their motherfucking money back. So, yeah, I had to address that. I'm so glad he got them getting exposed. I'm so glad that Lawyer Cubs exposed him and that white man came forward and gave you, because a lot of times, unless you're a celebrity or athlete or something, white folks don't even really fuck with you like that. And if they fuck with you like that, it's because they're not racist and they really like you. And they'll take a chance on you. And they don't see color with that shit. So when one of them do that, and then you fuck over them and steal their money, you really creating a bad enemy then, because they never going to trust you no more, fuck with you no more. And they going to tell everybody not to fuck. I'm so glad that man came forward on Lawyer Cub show. Did I get that wrong, Lawyer Cub? Did Lil Cab get wet up with a knife or a goddamn bullet? Because I don't want to lie. Was he stabbed, Lawyer Cuz? And on that news article I seen, up there trying to get his breath and halfway breathe with his eyes bucked and them teeth crooked in his mouth with them bandages around, with a bandage around his head or his chest or something. Was he stabbed or was he shot? Because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to lie on nobody, goddamn it. Either way, the nigga was wet up and had holes in him. Where they put the holes, Lawyer Cuz, and how they put them in him? Was it a bullet hole or a knife? All I know, the nigga was leaking like a mother. Which one is it, Lawyer Cuz? Huh? Cause please, you said she shed a lie if you can. He paid some services to hide it on my page to avoid the algorithm. Look, send that shit to me because I don't already upload on letscaketyler.net, because he shouldn't have did that shit to me and said that shit to me trying to protect Nip baby mama. When let's see if Nip baby mama gonna protect him after he done stabbed me with lies. It wouldn't stick because he could not get drilled with the truth. So now you said you did that to me and try to destroy me and told people to come to my house to do something to me. Let's see if she gonna help you, if she gonna get that white man his money that you had stole from that white man and the black women that's scared to tell on you. And let's see if she gonna protect you from that white man when you up there getting in white people business with him and his woman and made that man turn around and give you that work and put holes all in you, but you already got holes in your soul because you a liar and you fucked up. So let's see if Nipsey baby mama send some security over there when that white man get out of jail, because I heard you was scared of that. Why you saying I'm a scared bitch? See, I ain't got no serial killers and drug dealer looking for me, but seem like you do. You do. You run your mouth like you a white man. And somebody, I guess you didn't get the memo from your mama. Now your mama white. Now she can let you know that she white and it's gonna be all right, goddammit. Cause she white. She can tell you I'm white, baby. But once I got pregnant, let that nigga dick get a hold of me and ski. And I've been over and beat. You is not a white man. Huh? Now you got me, you got a white mama. But your dad is black. And I'm sorry, I got some of that nigga dick up in me and broke off in me real good. So you might be beige like you say, but you still look like a beige buck-eye piranha teeth nigga. That's what you look like. With a pecan-shaped head. That's another nut I'm seeing in my head that your head shaped like, but I cannot think of the name. And it ain't Mr. Peanut, because see, I like Mr. Peanut on that Planters can. I like that where he got that little cane and them tuxedo with them skinny leg and a peanut-shaped body. He neat and clean. It's not a peanut head. I don't know, it could be a bald peanut head. You know how them bald peanuts get slippery like they got cum on them. I don't know. You might have cum. I don't know what it is on your head, but it's shaped up like that, like nut. Like a nut head. Somebody done nutted on. This and them teeth gathered up and twisted at the bottom. Like they got cum right. You know what? Macadamia. Thank you. Thank you. Macadamia nut head ass. It's like, I don't know if it's a nut I seen. It's small, but it got holes on the outside of it. Before you crack it open, I don't know what kind of nut it got inside of it, but this nigga look like a nut. Like somebody nutted on his head. And he clearly got some on there. Or they say he smoked meth at night. I don't know if it got nut in it. But anybody, ain't nobody taught him no etiquette. Anybody or his mama should have told him that you used to have a white man business. Because there's gonna be all kind of repercussion and consequence like that white man showed him out there in that damn parking lot that night, goddammit. Now moving on. You know, I had to bring that up because how dirty the nigga did me and said he finna expose me and use all my videos without my permission, my name, my image, my address, birthday, all that. And then said I had another alias name that wasn't me, that I never motherfucking had. And then tried to say I was kin to somebody that I don't even fucking know. All that shit. And to see this happening to him, I am so grateful to the Lord. The Lord sit high and he looked low. And I'm so glad that this shit came back on him. Said he was the front. I don't believe he no gangbanger. I really don't believe that. And I don't believe no gangbangers put him up to do them old women like that. I don't know how old they are and I don't know what I wish they would file a police report against him for what he did and how he scammed and conned them out of money because of their age and because he's not where they are. And they need to let the public know, because if something happens to them, they file the police report and they have a case number, it's going to be immediately, he's going to be looked at as one of the prime suspects. I really wish you'll talk to them. Yeah, I'm a nut head ass. Yeah, it's shaped like that. It ain't rounded off like a nut. It's more fucked up like. That's what these women need to be doing. Letting the authorities know and letting the public know, or giving the police report to you. It's just, you know what? Whenever people live in fear because they're afraid, they always lose. He had no business taking advantage of older Black women that are the mothers of the matrix, the healers, the teachers, the holders of the knowledge. And they were bamboozled and conned by him. He probably young and talking like he's a victim. He needs money to keep this going. And he's all about getting justice for Nip and all that shit. And he don't even like Black people. He don't like black women. He said he is not a part of any black or African ethnic group. He's not a part of the African American so-called ethnic group. He don't even deal with those type of women. He don't respect them. But you let him take your money? Hmm. And you refuse to file a police report or talk to an attorney and let people know what he did to you? And he doesn't even like you. He said he's not black. He's beige. And he's a white man. That's what this guy's delusional. So it's okay with him to take advantage of black people because he said he's not one of you anyway. I hope these black women wake up and get some type of self-respect and get over the fear. Because it's really fucked up what he did to them. And it's fucked up what he did to me. And he feels above. He thinks he's better than us. He thinks he's above us. Just because your mom's white. But your mother probably is not like you. That's probably why she don't fuck with you and you never bring her on our page. We never seen her. We never seen a picture of her, anything. Because she really ain't with that shit. She clearly is not racist or prejudiced because she's married to a black man. You, on the other hand, think you're something else. You believe you're a Caucasian male, but that still doesn't give you the right to do that because all white men don't do things like that. Because they're considered a part of the white race, ethnic groups, genetic groups. You phenotypes, you think it's okay, and you don't even have that phenotype. You don't even look like a white man, but in your mind, your delusional ass mind, you said you are, and you think you are. This is really disgusting. So that means you have the right to exploit people that you consider niggers, people of color, because you said you are not one. And these black women are letting you get away with it. And he don't even like y'all. I don't even fuck with y'all like that unless y'all got some money to give him to light his crack pipe at night. Shit. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's just very disappointing to me. That you mothers of the knowledge, you're supposed to be keepers of the knowledge and the elders of the community, and you let this pipsqueak motherfucker do this. You let him do this, and you're going to expose other black women that he cannot stand to this type of abuse and exploitation and taking their hard-earned money in this climate that we're dealing with resources are scarce and everything is higher than what it normally is. And to me, for older women to do that, you're opening them up to be taken advantage of by him. Anyway, let me go back into this reading NIPSEY was teaching me about rap niggas and that building he did the video in. Well, he told me these things were controlled by the federal government. And so people were putting, and I looked it up, and they said, no, all you're talking about is, what is that, the NDAA, or what did they say? What is it called? The National Defense Authorization Act or something like that. Somebody can put it in here to remind me. Yes, thank you for putting my cash up, please. Like, subscribe, and share my video, and donate to me, please, so I can continue to do what I'm doing while I'm trying to heal and move. I'm going to try to explain some of this. I can't get into it all because y'all know they will ban me if I mention a certain thing, you know, about the body and what we're dealing with. When I was talking about, again, like I was just saying, trying to explain, I think it's the NAAD Act or the NAA, National Defense Authorization Act, something like that is what they were trying to tell me it was, and I looked it up. And the first one in the United States, I think, was written in 1961, and then they rewrite them or approve them every year. I think it was approved for 2021. It might be getting ready to be approved for 2022, but it's a little tricky to me because it's basically saying that funding is provided for the military and make sure the soldiers get the training they need, all the equipment that they need to do their jobs in war and in different branches of the military. It doesn't say, but I'm sure it does because there's so many pages. It's so thick. There's so many. I don't have them and I don't have access to read all of it or knowing where to look. But I'm sure Maxine Waters and all of these other Congress people and military people and lawyers and lobbyists and companies that make these products know. Let me, so I'm not saying you're wrong. You're probably right what you told me. That is a part of it with the National Authorization Defense Act or National Defense Authorization Act. Like I'm saying, y'all know me. I am very open to you all telling me things I don't know and correcting me. So you can put it in the chat right now if you know what I'm talking about, because I'm learning as NIPSEY brings me these things, I have to go read and study because it's things I don't know. And this is dealing with law, federal law, military law, all the jurisdictions dealing with, he even saying to me, street lights, um, police, and he says certain cameras in the lights, and certain police lights and government lights on certain streets where everything he said, and telecommunications and phones. And you know where he keeps leading me. And if you all think I'm lying, if you go back to my very first readings on NIPSEY, not just the first one, which is very important, which tells you what everything everybody was saying, even in the conscious community. I remember Supernova, either blue pill or red pill, was telling people to stop saying this is a conspiracy. It wasn't. It was two friends disagreeing and move on. Now I see why they said it, because they have a hand in this man's pocket with his baby mama and a fool who is Queen of Fools, her spiritual teacher, and a con artist. All of them are in this shit together. So they want, move along. There's nothing to see. And I told you, I said, I've been talking to this man. This man's been spending out at my house, sleeping here. And then he takes me and we go on astral projections to California and Mexico. He said right now, and I said that in the first probably 5 readings. He says, as I'm laying in the morgue and I'm not even cold, they are chopping up all of my assets and trying to destroy me and my brother and act like this never existed and steal my monies and my management, the females in my management like Karen Civil and Lauren. He said, and these people, other people involved in it, David, what's his name? David Gross. All these people that I trusted, and then, you know, his sister also had a relationship with a blood that is David Gross's brother, Sean Mack. That's a blood, and I think he might have been affiliated with Firebug. Okay. He was saying this was inside. This was all inside. This was not about two friends having a disagreement because I called him a stitch. That was staged, and we don't even know if the man said that, okay? That's what Cowboy and the other people said. And what I could not get out of my mind was the street lights, and I saw, if y'all can confirm it for me, that time they shot Nipsey, he showed me there was a telegram pole with the street lights on it with a pair of tennis shoes throwed up there with some shoelaces tied together, goddammit. That's how I knew where I was. When he got me out of my body and took me out in the spirit, and I started writing when I said, who did it to you? And he started telling me them 60s and the polices and the music industry and Rock Nation with the LAPD, and said that his baby mama said her mama married to a lawyer or something and dealt with the sheriff department. So I don't know if the actress's mother's married to an attorney or not. A mama named Terry Taylor. She also was in law enforcement. He told me that, and that she knowed about it and help her cover dirty shit. Help his baby mama that's the actress. The baby mama that's the actress, her mother was in law enforcement. And said that the baby mama that's an actress, not only is her mother retired law enforcement, Terry Taylor, but her mother is married to a lawyer who helped her cover this shit up and have police ties and help her do dirty shit. I'm not going to say allegedly either. If you can prove I'm lying, you're more than welcome to prove that I'm lying. That's her mother's name, and her mother's law enforcement. So even if she is retired, she has law enforcement ties. I didn't see that in the spirit. I saw it in the spirit, but it's been verified. So if that's not correct, I will take that back if you can prove I'm lying. So this woman has these types of ties to do shit like that, and Nipsey told me when he came here. And another thing, see, some of them lights is police lights up there. Some of them lights around it, because he showed me the difference in them. Some of them lights was around that marathon is police lights. See, you got a regular street light, okay? And then they look just like a regular light. Then he said you got solar panels connected to them that everybody don't see, and you got satellites connected to them that fuck up people thinking, shift the time zone in your mind. Where you a lot of times it kind of put you in a state of euphoria where you kind of zoom in or you don't know where the fuck you at or make you violent. Along with them chemtrails that's coming from beneath them clouds, sprinkling out them goddamn airplane. And they spray shit in certain fucking neighborhoods to make niggas violent, turn on each other, and then them tainted drugs. And then he keep going back to that goddamn T-Mobile phone store right there. Next to the goddamn marathon that he might have was the part owner, full on that T-Zone. See, they was nigga rigging them phones. He mentioned, was it Mitsubishi? What? Samsung. And it's another number. Thank you for the donations, y'all. Another Asian. Thank you for a donation, baby. China. He keep mentioning China. And China is tied to not only the phone shop, that T-Mobile phone store. Thank you for the donation, baby. That T-Mobile phone store right there. He said they had them phones rigged in there and they was spying on him through them phones and a satellite connected to it. That's when I seen Steve Jobs and Nikola Tesla and Einstein. Steve Jobs from Apple. They said they also had fucked him up and killed him. He over there with NIPSEY and also telling me, he said Apple, that company right there, with what it name, with them glasses on, that was a partner with him, that was also in pictures with Jay-Z, that be over there in Africa all the time, experimenting on them children, and be over here. Thank you, baby, for your donation. And part of that same program, they be experimenting on people. He is a part of that new program where I was trying to tell y'all the other day. We were talking about them rap niggas in that building, how they gonna start setting these niggas up and locking these niggas up. What his name? I see the man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bill Gates. He part of that phone program that's also tied to them satellites and them microphones and cameras and them lights around the marathon. They police lights and them that's connected to satellites and them street lights out there. Okay. And they also got radiation. You hear me? Radiation in them lights. Radiation in them phones, them cell phones we use. Radiation in that water. He told me there's a radiation plant, a plant out there, some part of California, but he got more than one plant out in California. He said one old, and it's not even open, but it's leaking and it's rusty. And this one place, look, he said observatory. I gotta look at it because the way it's shaped is a dome-shaped building, and the light in the top in the middle of it looks like an eye. It almost looks like an owl. He says observatory. For some reason, he said there's radiation underneath it. He said, and under those buildings where black people live, he said a lot of those apartment buildings and in that area, they got old dumping ground with dead peoples and blood and radiation up under there, toxic waste and debris. Ooh, he just showed me the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all, y'all probably not familiar with the Beverly Hillbillies. They were country people. And then they said, oh, what is this? Black crude. All of a sudden he saw some black bubbling up out of his ground. It was liquid black crude. And he became a multimillionaire overnight. And they moved to this beautiful palace out in Beverly Hills. And they were called the Beverly Hillbillies. He brought them up because he said in Beverly Hills and Los Angeles, the city of lost angels, some of those toxic dump sites where black people live under the buildings, they don't know it's there. It's oil up under there. And you know what? Just like he told me it was oil on the marathon, and it was mineral rights under the marathon. And what makes me sad about that, we just said about the Beverly Hills, because a lot of these niggas and these gang banging niggas, and that's why I call them niggas, because they over there shooting Nipsey and people like him, because he also told me there was a woman murdered at the marathon. Now, there was more than one murder and somebody was raped at the marathon. There's been so much drama that goes on over there, that's gone over there in the past. But I saw a woman being shot, and it looked like it was around the same time Nipsey was shot and dumped out in the front to make it look like he was shot in the front of the parking lot. I'm telling you, there were two to three people that were shot the same fucking day. Nipsey wasn't the only person that was laying there murdered. And it's also connected to people. This is what he showed me, okay? Behind the marathon, there's a yard back there and houses back there. Oh, I just seen a couple of my little buddies back there. There are rats back there. And all the rats are not animals. Some of the rats are human niggas. There were also rats and informants, and the police were there watching what went on, and they okayed and sanctioned what went on. Okay. And then he shows me the cell phone. There's some back door or something there with the T-Mobile that's right next to the cell phone where they're connected. They could walk in. And I've said this before. They're connecting inside the building. You can say, I'll be back. I got to use the bathroom. Then they go back in the behind. You think they're going back there in the T-Mobile to use the bathroom, or they're going to behind the marathon to use the bathroom, but they're connecting doors so you can walk from one fucking building to the next. You see what I'm saying? You can go to the back of the cell phone store and walk into the marathon store, and you don't even have to go outside. People didn't know that. It's like a puzzle. It's like, he told me it's like a maze inside of the building. So you can go to the back of the T-Mobile and go outside, and then he's showing me niggas walking to the fucking barber shop. Okay? It's at the end of the marathon, and then you go behind there. It's a fence. I don't know if you can jump it or you can climb up and walk around. There's a house some niggas hang at, and there's another house down there on Victoria where they have their means and drug dealers, fucks, whatever they're doing. All right. That's how they tied this together, and he's tying this to the people that shot him that day, and it was a woman and a man shot up there at the marathon. He goes into, okay, he's opening up a cell phone. As I'm looking at the cell phone, he then goes up to the lights, where this is connected to the lights and messages in them lights, because they police lights. I transmitting it to the satellite up in space. And then this goes overseas. What I'm trying to tell you, and it's connected to Russia and China. Russia-China mob as well. Russia-China ownership of property in LA and around that area, ownership of the marathon as well. And the construction they're getting ready to do, the gentrification and the renovation in that area. And let me tell you how that ties into rap niggas. I hope I'm not losing you, because Nipsey had to put this shit together for me. This nigga is wild. This nigga's brilliant. And this nigga's off the chain with this shit. How does that go back to Iran, Contras, cocaine, and Maxine Waters, and setting up gangbangers, like I tell you, to go to prison and to basically be destroyed? Let me try to explain a little bit of it to you, and then I'm going to go, because I can't get all into this, and especially if you're not donating to me, because they always threaten to take me down when I try to tell y'all this stuff, and then they send people to slander me and suspend me. So, and I'm already not feeling well and going through a lot of problems of my own. So every time I say things like this, I create new problems for myself, unless I'm doing this in private. Let me drink some water. Try to get this together. This lady, the scientist, the brilliant mathematician who got this gift from her father that was working for NASA in the movie I just mentioned to you. She knows about these secrets. And they were already working on this when they were using her to try to beat the Russians and going into space. But the Russians had already sent a dog, which would be the Sirius star, where the so-called blacks come from, and the Momos. And that's just one constellation and galaxy that we know about. There are many more. She knew and saw them all. They used those 3 black women there to channel their energy, because all the other ones were white women. They always picked the feminine. This was a woman's job. They called them human computers. And she was a master computer. until they replace them with the machine computer that will compute for them in a shorter amount of time. This lady was so cold with it, she would go backwards with the numbers. Because the top, I think it was John, somebody, one of the first astronauts into space, he wouldn't go into space without first talking to her, the black goddess from Sirius, and the other constellations as well, because I don't know all the places she's from. I got to talk to her. And her father brought it in because her father was also good at math like that, just naturally off the top of his head, and so was she as a little bitty girl. These codes that I'm trying to tell you about, when I told you, oh boy, and I met one of the ETs who came in my house that looks like a human. And what it told me, when the people were telling me about this, what is it, NAA, the law that I'm talking about attached to the military. Thank you, baby. Trying to get it together. Hold on. Piece this together for you. Because there's so much to it. But we're dealing with niggas and locking them up down here, and we're dealing with telecommunications, which would also tie into China. We're dealing with a cell phone. Anything that's dealing with electronics and military and guns, even if it's a printed gun at home, that's not as much, but we're still dealing with guns, and we're dealing with metals, and we're dealing with the minerals that you get. A lot of them are in Africa to put in a cell phone, and you're dealing with pieces that you got dealing with making certain types of guns and what do you call it, munitions for these guns and different wars that the military secretly fights overseas, and also tied to the supplies and equipment that some of it's the same that you deal with going out of space, dealing with NASA. Okay. What you're going to see, and that's how these niggas is going to get in trouble, because I done told y'all the last time, a lot of them are secretly, there are people in the military secretly selling, having access to guns, giving them to the gangs in LA and different parts of the United States, selling them guns, and they also dealing with drug trafficking. I can't say it. Y'all know I cannot say this word. But people getting sick, right? I'll try to say it like that. People that get sick, they come down with certain conditions and they might take certain medication. That's the only way I can see it until I can get it on my site. With these peoples getting these different diseases and they go get certain medication, it alters their DNA permanently. And then it gets into the RNA, and it takes the RNA over, and it starts to move backwards and replicate certain viruses. When it replicates, like cancer is a virus, HIV is a virus, and it's a retrovirus. It gets in the RNA and it copies itself by moving backwards. And it can do 1 million a day, depending on how strong and active the virus is in the blood and in the cell. Okay. What you're going to start seeing is on some of these jobs, and you're going to see laws enacted. And I'm sure they'll have to probably go have congressional hearings on this. Because of the different viruses these people are coming down with, and they mutate and turn into another strain. And because of the medications that they give them that also mutates the DNA. And NIPSEY told me they're lying when they say that there's just 2 strands. They're not 2 strands. It's not just a double helix. It's a helix within a helix within a helix. He said, and they go in between. Okay, let's say we have the number 1, 2, and 3. Okay. When you look at 1, and then there's a space, and then you look at number 2. In between the space of number 1 and number 2, it looks like it's just nothing there but just some space and some air. It's a whole nother number system and a whole nother universe that you can take it in different forms of mathematics. And you can create another whole stream of numbers, a whole consciousness. Another consciousness is right there. There's a number in between the numbers that they don't teach you about. You can actually go in between a gene and splice a gene and do the same thing, because you don't know that it's not just two strands of DNA. They're not telling you, they're lying. He said, and they're altering the one that you do have, the first one up front, but really it shifts all of them. He said, and then you're creating a clone without having to kill the person or take the blood or DNA from them and go grow another one in the lab, or grow it like Dolly, like they grew clones in this sheep and they have human clones walking around them. He said, you can be walking and talking yourself and not even know it or be thinking about it. And if you have a certain virus and you get a treatment for it and you don't even know, it could be altering your DNA forever. It'll never heal back the same. It'll never be the same. It changes all your body functions and the way all of your cells and all your body systems respond. And then you start to turn into something else. You turn into a human hybrid and you don't even know it. And when it starts to come out in the US, these particular humans slash electronic beings, because see, this is how it's going to go, and this is how it's already going. People that have these particular medicines and it's a small laboratory inside of the pill, like a chip, they're going to activate it from the cloud. They'll be able to go into a computer system, see your DNA and your whole genetic system, and track it from what's inside of the medicine and the virus, and continue to alter it and mutate it so that it'll be man meets machine. Since you don't want to go along with it and you don't want to have the brain map opened up in your head, they're going to do it that way, and they're already doing it. So now these people are mutating and they're becoming clones. They're becoming hybrid individuals. One of them came in here. It's just like, okay, I don't remember the name, but look at Elon Musk's baby name. The baby name is like a name for a computer or something. This human looking being, but it was silver. It came in here this morning, introduced itself to me, and it turned to the side and said, "This is my name." And when it lifted up its armpit, it went from the armpit down to the hip bone. The name looks like a long serial code that you would see on a product that you buy out of the fucking store. The name is a number, which deals with math that you would deal with NASA. How you deal with jet propulsion, projecting a rocket into space. And that's what the black lady would do. That was in that movie. They would calculate it by a series, different numbers of formulas. They said it took her, 6 months to help come up with the formula to make sure the rocket would not fall and that it would land where they wanted it to land. After, I think it was Mercury. And we need to deal with the god of Mercury. And what does that entail? Because that's who she was summoning and tapping into to get the codes. The number codes. They just didn't give her credit, and they took those formulas, and they probably don't belong to her. They belong to NASA. And those beings, those are going to be stronger than us, more powerful than us, faster than us, because they have mutated the human gene and made it into a superhuman without even having to put them on an operation table and take the head off and replace the brain or replace any organs or give them bionic hands, like they lost a metal arm. Their body is going to respond as if it has this power. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to watch them turn on us. Beat regular humans, beat them up, kill them, eat them, rob them, basically attack them to decimate that part of the population of what they call useless eaters that they don't want around, or arrest them. If they don't arrest you and you have no rights and you won't have a due process, you could be down in the basement of one of these federal jails, like in an underground bunker, and nobody can see you, nobody can hear you. They'll never know where you are. They'll never know what happened to you. And they'll have, like they do now, secret fights in there, secret wars in there. You can't really beat something like that, a human built like that, unless you have a way to, or the type of equipment or weapons to basically implode them, shoot them, implode them, destroy them. Because a regular knife and a regular bullet is not going to do anything to them. They'll be able to regenerate and mutate. They're going to have special laws for these type of hybrid humans, so they get protection in the workplace. If you think I'm lying, they're already doing this in Chile, Mexico, Chile. Since there's certain things I cannot say, I want you to look at that. Somebody can look at it now, that's fine. They have to have protection in the workplace so they can't get rid of them because they're hybrids. They're human hybrids because of the type of medication that they've taken. And I can't say what it is, but you'll know what it is if you look at that article. It's in the news. The same thing is getting ready to happen here. And the military has a program, a secret program. NIPSEY told me it's in Antarctica. So that may be right, what they told me about the NAA or NDAA or something, like some act that deals with the military. He said this is not just the flip side or the dark side. He said this is one of the flip sides of it that you don't know about, that they've already signed into action that you don't know and you haven't seen. It's a private initiative. And if they bring down martial law or anything like that, you will be given that shit, or you will be locked up, or you will die from the food and being exposed to these people, exposed to these hybrid people, because they're stronger. It's things they can endure that we cannot. It's weather that they can endure, because you know what they do from a computer long distance or through those lights that I told you about that we're all exposed to outside. And wherever you go and your phone and your computers, they know how to upload, replace, remove, download. The motherfucker will be able to tap their finger and hand and shit into the goddamn phone. So the mini computer that they have in them, and with the Hydra spider I'm telling you about, the tentacles, it'll branch out and go into the central nervous system. And just like your nerves look like tentacles that branch out from your spinal cord and go to your arms and every organ in your brain and every organ in your body, this will do the same thing. So beam me up, Scotty, and ET phone home is right here. So ET will be phoning home out of space by connecting to the satellite and into your body and through your fucking cell phone. Probably y'all know, you can go look at the old movie E.T. These things we're trying to tell you, and Sigourney Weaver with Predator. And what's the black lady a few years ago? She did a Predator movie too. See, that's the one right there. When they showed you that black woman in that movie, Taming, that damn alien, and he was friends with her, and he touched his finger with her. I forgot her name. She's real pretty. And it was a Predator movie, maybe about 10 years ago. They were showing you by having her up there in it. And since then, I have not seen her in a major Hollywood movie since then. I don't know why, because she was the queen in that movie dealing with that damn alien. Yes, Sanaa Lathan. That's right. Sanaa Lathan was talking to that thing and had tamed that thing. And what he told me was that the being that came here to show me her name, I think it might have been a him, but sometimes it would turn into a shim, goddammit, had the name, a long serial number. And I think Elon Musk had named, that's a designer baby, a clone baby. I think he named his baby a number or some shit. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. We already have those around them, and those are the only type of babies they're going to allow as time go on for you to procreate. You won't even be able to have sexual intercourse to have your baby. They're trying to outban and outlaw that so they can move it to this new age. NIPSEY showed me in Antarctica, where they have a secret program that's dealing with the defense and dealing with the military. They are cloning some of them and putting that in their body, and they are shifting the DNA and shifting the type of human where it's no longer a human, it is a God man with a God Lucifer. Because they feel like they will be immortal and never die if Lucifer can see all things. Because Lucifer can only keep up with you, not like God, omnipotent and omnipresent. Lucifer can only keep up with you with technology, the eye of the beast, the all-seeing eye, which would be the computer and the computer chip and the code. He said they're creating these beings and experimenting with these beings up there. And these beings will be walking, talking, barking out the technology, having guns. Like you've seen the atomic dog that they have, the mechanical dog that moves very fast and is very violent and vicious. You can't beat one of those. You'd have to blow it up and destroy it. Some of these humans will be programmed with the same type of armament, like a RoboCop. If you look at the old movies, RoboCop. And bringing that back to the streets and bringing that back to LA. Okay, they're setting these niggas up. And like I said, with the oil up under there and the toxic waste and the dump sites up under there, and it's going to be more radiation heard about in this water because a lot of people are going to get sick or can't function or throw up or be handicapped and shit and unexplained illnesses in them because they already, I told y'all, you got sleeper cells that are dumping that shit in certain areas where it's black people and people of color, as well as letting all these pedophiles in through the goddamn border with all these drugs and the coke and the fentanyl. Biden is letting this shit go on. And some of them secretly work with different governments that are in here. And even our government let that shit go on. So these niggas, like I say, they fighting over territory and killing each other, but y'all don't buy the block back like Nipsey was telling y'all. Instead of y'all buying and owning the real estate, y'all shoot motherfuckers on it and send motherfuckers on it. And it's all type of oil and resources in it. Instead of y'all buying and cleaning it up and getting the resources off of it and splitting it with each other, y'all shooting people on blocks that don't even fucking belong to you. And they getting ready to wipe your motherfucking ass up out of there. And they finna turn you into a motherfucking human hybrid, goddammit. And the drugs they're giving you got it in them. Them different weeds and shit and strains and shit they got in them. That's why you think they getting them to them. Usually they'll lock a nigga up and destroy their life, and they selling more drugs than that and bringing more drugs than that in. And now they giving it to you. You're going to start seeing when these niggas start twitching or acting crazy or howling and killing people and going on killing sprees and violence sprees or killing themselves and killing their mama and killing their baby and killing their motherfucking wife and killing their loved ones and shit. You don't know what they got on them and what they've been exposed to. And he said, what kind of shit is going to come up with these guns and these drugs with some of these military people is secretly selling these niggas and selling these gangs, these guns. Okay. When they get found or when they get arrested, it's like we filing gun charges on you. But see, because this right here, this gun that you got right here, they're going to start breaking it up so that you can't get out of it. See this gun right here? This came from like California or from one of the United States. So this is a revolver, handgun, whatever that you got over here in the United States. So, you know, that's like a gun charge, a state charge, whatever, tied to depending on where you at. This rifle right here you got, that's not a state charge. That's a Fed charge because this is a military gun right here. You got this rifle from this belongs to the United States military. You know, Army, Navy, whatever. How did you get this? Okay, well, we know how you got it, but we want to see what the fuck you, because we know who sold it to. We know the soldier sold it to you on the black market. Okay, so we're going to charge you with that, but see, that gets even deeper depending on the code, the serial code on the motherfucking rifle. We're going to get you for that, but then the parts, see, that what Nipsey said, the parts on that motherfucker, just like I told y'all, the parts on the goddamn cell phone. When you open up a cell phone, it's different parts come from Africa. One might come from goddamn China. One might come from somewhere else. So even if the whole phone come from China, they still got some of that shit from somewhere else to put that shit together and use this from Africa. Well, you know, since we got you for the gun on the Fed charge in the military and the serial code, then we looked at the part that's inside of there that came from Russia, goddammit. And this other part over here came from Japan, okay? And the other part, they're in a war right now in Afghanistan, see? And then we got another part that we use, and this was also munitions that we might have used in World War II. So then that's tied to something right now that we got going on that is secret that you don't know about. So see, we're gonna get you for the rifle and that you bought it from a U.S. officer that illegally sold you shit from the military and you're not in the goddamn military and using it on the street and gang banging. And then because some of the parts that are tied to other wars that we involved in, and then the way we put that together, goddamn it, and them parts tie you to that war because you had that rifle. See, that's what I'm trying. They're gonna that we say the way that shit jammed up in there deep like that, and they because it ain't they ain't gonna just they gonna get you on a manufacturer and a fucking part from a separate manufacturer that was put in there to create the whole device. Now they're gonna get you on the skeleton and the meat and bones of the motherfucker. So you're gonna get hooked in with, and you like, wait a minute, but it was just a gun. No, 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 sir, no, sir. See, we did that before. See, now we're gonna get you on all this. We finna really goddamn get surgical with this here. You ain't gonna be able to get out of it. Lock him up, put him 10 stories down, goddamn it. Underground, don't nobody know where the nigga at. People gonna start disappearing. You're gonna be like, what the fuck happened to such and such? What? I don't know. You check with the police. I don't know. You check with the feds. I don't know. They know the nigga 10 stories deep in they ass. And I don't know. And you know what? The way the law's set up, they don't have to fucking tell you. That's where the hybrids come in. Why? Because you have to get your blood drawn when you in jail. You got to get certain tests when you in jail. You got to get certain shots. Well, okay. You got to open your ass when you in jail. Open your cock. You don't have to. I'm sorry. They'll send them folks in there, kick your legs open, bend you over, jack your ass up, and digging it for you. I mean, hey, you know, I mean, I'm wrong. You don't have to voluntarily open your cheeks up. They'll do it for you. Either way, we're gonna get it done, and you can get shot up, nigga, too. Cause bring the needle and the nurse, goddamn it, at 3 p.m. Cause we're gonna jack this nigga up, and we'll just put him in a straight jacket or handcuff or whatever to the bed. But what? By any means, nigga, we'll be done, and we will go balls deep in your ass, and then you'll go 10 feet down, and we'll just say we don't know you, we ain't seen you. They'll let you apply for the niggas a missing person, anything, knowing where the fuck they at. If they let them out, they go try nigga fucked up. Then they gave the nigga a little biotomy. Now this nigga's turning into a hybrid. Now they can goddamn beam me up, Scotty. Jack me in like the Matrix. Where they put that shit in the back of your head and open you up. Because they looking at you on a computer screen. And they inside of you, up in your ass, seeing every fucking thing through the pill you took. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, how he gonna get them. How them laws and the military laws and the military tribunals, you'll be subjected to them, and you won't have no rights. The states can't help you. The regular feds in the states can't help you when that branch of it is coming to a city near you. And that's what he told me. So that's why people saying that's the act. It's the military, and I'm like, it's the authorization act. Okay, I'm like, not directly, unless that's written in it. And you can show it to me that it's written in it that they finna do what he told me to tell y'all that they was finna motherfucking do. Now, I'm not saying it's not in there because it's probably thousands of pages. Probably hundreds of pages. I don't know how we can get a copy. I don't know if they'll let you have a copy to read it. And will they omit things? It might already be in there, but he told me, and that being that's shaped like a human, but it's not a human, and it could do all kind of tricks. It told me it lives out of space. This nigga was in my room moving like he was under antimatter, under the laws of anti-gravity, rather. Our bodies are subjected to gravity. You can jump up and only stay suspended for a certain amount of time, not too long, unless you're hanging on to something. This nigga was coming here, was not subjected to the laws of gravity like our bodies are. His body was light. His body almost looked like an aluminum silver, like aluminum foil. And it was very thin. It looked thin and lightweight, but yet it was thick. His body, I couldn't cut it with a knife. I couldn't break it, even though it looked like it could have been cut through or broken. And when he came in my room, the nigga stood up about 6 feet above the fucking floor and was just suspended like that and looking at me when I was laying down. And he had a yellow, like a gold band on the side of his body with that long serial code. And he was like, this is my name. They made me in the factory in NASA. When I went up on the ship, on the spaceship, they have us up there, but we can also live down here. But we don't hang around regular humans. If you could see us, we'll come to you and we know who you are. We know, because see, all of us we have codes in the body. We don't have names in the body. Like a letter name, the letter comes from a code, a numeric code, and dealing with quantum math and the quantum mind. And he was just very comfortable. Like he knew me, but I didn't know him. So he was introducing himself. And Nipsey knows Nipsey. So they do security on you and everything. And he knew it was safe to come talk to me. I wasn't going to try to do nothing to him. And nobody knew he was here was going to try to hurt him. And he was very, very extremely intelligent. And sometimes he would shapeshift, or he would have like this gold crystal on his head. And he was just talking English to me. He talked the way you understand, but you know all languages and everybody's languages and everybody's thoughts. They can read all of them, even though he really has no feeling like a human. He has no emotion or care for a human. But certain humans that he feels like are in his family, or he knows where you came from, where your bloodline is, they'll come and they'll talk to you. And then Nipsey was like, they did that to me. Like Nipsey showed me his intestine. And I wonder, it was a bullet or two. He said bullet fragments was in my intestine, and he showed me to the left, and there was a hole puncturing the intestine, like one bullet, and one was a bullet fragments. Pieces of it broke up, but for some reason they look like an old style bullet. So I'm wondering where these bullets came from. He saw me in the middle of his body, and he said they took my blood. And Nipsey said it's certain so-called black people, like the three mathematicians, because they wouldn't just let no so-called niggas go in NASA and do what they did in the 50s. What was the 50s or 60s? 50s and into the 60s with the space program, the Mercury program. And he said they took the souls of these three black women. They knew they needed three to form the divine trinity. And they took the essence and the elements along with the brains and the number calculations, where those women figured out how to get that rocket into space. And they opened up a whole new time portal because they needed the so-called soul of black women that is not a black, it has no color to it. And the extraterrestrial beings that were connected to that lady's father, the one that came in here, that was the top mathematician that got one of the NASA buildings named after her. They use that to superimpose that knowledge upon themselves and connect with a certain group of ETs that they could not have access to without the so-called black blood that they got from those black women. And they could not compute the formulas without that black woman. They had to get it from her to go into certain galaxies and open portals and wormholes and dimensions in time that are not linear time, that she had the keys to open the door through the math, and you couldn't get in there without the math. And Nipsey said they look for certain so-called black people that they tell her nothing, that they know are everything. They have the keys to the earth and the keys to space, and they murder them, or they have them work for them and make them bow down and take the oath, and they're taken care of for the rest of their life, but they can never share it with their people. He said they took mine from me. And they're studying it to clone it and doing research and medications off of it. Like they did Henrietta Lacks. And like they've done so many our people. If you get that book, Medical Apartheid, where they had black people enslaving them, and they were taking their body parts, and they said black people felt no pain, and that's a lie. And opening black women up and doing hysterectomies on them while they are alive and awake with no anesthesia. And the same thing with black men, and like strapping them to barbershop chairs. Isn't that something? Because, it was a lady that said on the news that Nipsey was killed in his barbershop. I'm not saying he wasn't moved around, but then that house is right behind the barbershop that I was telling you about, where the gangbangers and Big U and all have been in that house. I just saw him moved around or traveled around. He wasn't, and I still say it to this day, and I'm going to go back and look into it because there's something still bothering me about it. And like I said earlier, when I talked in his first readings, and I think I said in my first reading, second and third, and I kept saying it's something about that T-Mobile store that is fucking with me. And the killers were in the T-Mobile store, and it deals with China and technology and that telephone and the fucking satellites and the street lights outside the goddamn marathon at T-Mobile. I'm wondering, did he get his phone from there? And the other people that were dealing with him got their phones right there at the marathon T-Mobile, because that's a murder phone. You see what I'm saying? It's also tied to the technology that they're going to use to set up and murder the same groups of people that helped to murder Nipsey, because they were all tied into the technology and tied to that African that set up this smart stove technology in Nipsey stove that now works for Jay-Z conveniently. See, all these pieces tied together, so they commit a murder, and then they all cover it and put the pieces together and rearrange the people and relocate the people, so you won't even know what's up. You don't even know what the fuck. You think it's still two homeboys arguing. That ain't got shit to do with the tea in China, goddammit. And they're going to try to start race wars again by bringing all these racist people in here from the Ukraine and Mexico and Afghanistan, like all these people that hate people of color, especially particularly black people. You see a lot more discrimination, but then them getting benefits and getting everything that they want and getting private incentives to fuck with you, but you won't know what it is. And you won't know who it is when this stuff is happening. And you're saying more electrical problems, more storm problems, dealing with fresh water and sewage and sanitation and drinking water and radiation and disease and filth in the water, separate supplies of water, and these affecting children and childbirths and the safe and healthy of children and kindergartens. More children and dealing with elementary school are going to become ill because of the things that they're giving them. And I cannot say what that thing is over here, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And the mothers will be ill as well. It'll be a chain reaction between the mother and the child. It's late. It's almost 2 o'clock. So I have to break it down later. So I ask y'all to please donate. If you love me, you like the information, and you want to support me, so please donate so I can continue to do what I do and get well and come back and share the information, because he always blows my mind. I never believed that by him telling me, looking at rap niggas, looking at the building, that all of this would come out of me looking at a building. And I'm still not finished because I have to dig down into the address. And everything else he's saying about technology, Maxine Waters, all the black politicians out there. It's everywhere. But out there, he showed me her. She has groups under groups under groups. And she's in groups above groups above groups. And she is monitored and surveyed at all times. She lives in a bubble. These people live in a bubble. They're protected. They have everything they want and everything they need. They'll be around you, speaking to you, but they're not speaking with you. They're speaking at you, and they're not really going to be around you or in your homes or close to you like that. They will act like they're up there. They're looking out for you. They look like you. They represent you. But she has been bribed and been put under control. So she's never, think about it. When you look at people that have been in office for years and they grow old for years, and the longer they're there and they talk that same goddamn shit, and the place get more fucked up, more impoverished, more drugs, more crime, more imprisonment, more violence, more rape, more prostitution and shit. That should tell you that they getting paid to keep that shit like that, and then give other people incentives to come in there and make money, keep your interest rates on loan high, your business opportunities low, but let everybody come in there with low interest and no interest loan and build their businesses up off you and continue to make you a sucker ass bitch a slave, a pussy ass bitch that's always a buyer and never a motherfucking seller. Always a giver and never a motherfucking taker because your shit being took from you and put a fist in your ass and tell you to have a goddamn nice day, give you an EBT card and some goddamn frozen damn Tropicana orange juice where you can put that in a goddamn saucer with some cold water, melt that down, and drink that with you some damn Chinese crackers, goddamn it. If that shit keep happening where the fuck you at, and you looking up to a black bitch with a cocked over wig and talking about she riding for you, goddamn it, that let you know she riding for all them insurance agencies, all them bank buildings, all them bank notes with them dead presidents on it, and all them congressional people and the mayor's office, goddamn it, that run all that shit, because they done already told her, bitch, you can stand up here in public and wear that ragged ass wig with it teased out and cocked over looking like a damn old Doma picture all you want to. Or we can renew that wig and fluff it out and refreshen it, bitch. And lay your ass down and have you a damn lay you in state where everybody can come up there and cry with some flowers in their goddamn hand and fare thee well. And I sure love her and all that shit with that same wig fluffed up with some oil sheen on it. Laid out. Now, bitch, how you want it? Because look, it doesn't matter to us either way, goddamn, because we got somebody else. One of these lying, black, hungry, dick-sucking motherfuckers that'll take your goddamn place now. I mean, then switch, chop, bitch. Now, come on, make up the see. Which is it? Which is it now? You keep on tricking these niggas and keeping them where the fuck they at and killing goddamn it each other because you see all of them have diseases and certain cancers and shit. And then 10 blocks up, or another neighborhood up, them people ain't got them same diseases and shit all and fecal feces and old drugs and shit all in the water out the tap and the same way you sitting on a toilet stool and opening your ass for shit to come out of it is the same water come out the goddamn tap and shit. They don't have that shit going on over there in the other community around the corner of 10 blocks up and shit. But you, the district you running with the people that look like you was all fucked up over there. But you been here 35 years, goddamn it, shit. That ought to tell you something. That ought to tell you something. That they paid to let things stay the goddamn same and then create laws. Oh, we got an empowerment zone over here. You can go in here, you can buy stoves, you can buy. Oh, these niggas just don't want to do that. Okay, but what about the niggas that do want to do something? You shoot them. You lock them up. You send an actress over there, goddammit, to lure them in and tie them in with music because he keeps saying, he said, I never liked that contract with Atlantic. He said, I didn't want to. We know who was instrumental in begging him to do that shit. You better do that's it, baby mama. See, I see it. I always have told you she wouldn't no damn do it. I told. You know what? I don't want the neighbors to hear me through the wall. I don't know. I'm not gonna go down here and get me a Coca-Cola or something. I don't look. I'm trying to give you a little bit of it. The shit is heavy that the man, he said, he says a new virus coming. Shaped like a violin. It's playing some music to it. I wonder if they're going to get us a musical note name. Goddamn, they already gave this one a Frankenstein. I told y'all the bride of Frankenstein was coming in this bitch. I can't, I can't say nothing else over here. I got to draw it out. It makes a sound. This is what a lot of you might not know that I learned from working with medical doctors years ago, finding disease that they could not find and the test would not show up. They would call me in to do it. All viruses, if you look at them, you Google them and you look in a medical book, they all have a beautiful geometric design to them. They usually have really beautiful designs the way it looks. And all of them have a frequency. And the frequencies will play a certain note in a certain tone. And I can hear them sing. When it's off key, And when it's not functioning and the energy is not moving through the cell and oxygen, that's usually when I see cancer developing. I see a virus developing, and all those things can be shifted if the person believes it and they start to apply the metaphysical knowledge, because the body is first etheric and energetic based on sacred geometry. That goes into the you have been seeing the pillow, and I thought I was finished, but every day, NIPSEY, and I could feel it. I'm like, okay, we're not finished. I thought I had finished with it when I showed it to you a week ago, but if you look at the design I put out for the baby's grieving altar, it changed and it kept getting bigger and bigger, because every day I take the picture and he's like, not yet, not yet. And I was like, why? What? He said, add this, add that, add another pyramid. If you look at that, you'll see that's two pyramids, 2 to 3 pyramids within one. On the pink, oh, thank you. I'm glad a medical technician can tell. Yes, I see it in the spirit, though. I see it in the real self, not the flesh stuff. That's not real. And he goes, you put a pyramid on that side. If you look at that pink one, it's not red. You see in the video, one, you can tell the one that's really deep red. I think that one's gorgeous. He said I wasn't finished with that one. He had me to put the jewels on the front of it. Absolutely gorgeous, with that dark wood and the bright stones with pearls. And then on the top, the blood red with the crystals on the top. And then it started turning blue. I will tell you, when you look at the first stool that's pink with the stone on the top, as I had no blue candles lit at this time. It's gold. I put it at the top. He wanted gold because it represents the Leo, and his ruler for Leo is the sun. Even though it's gold, when I put the camera on it tonight, you see it started to turn blue, and it's not blue. You can look at the other pictures. You can see that stone's not blue. It's gold, pure gold, but it turned blue. If you look at the pink one and you study it, you'll see that's 2 pyramids. And what he says to me, and if you look at his blue chair that I made for him for his anniversary, look at that. It's 6 points on it. It's 2 pyramids. And you know what that means? When you're dealing with the Merkaba and you're dealing with the basic frequencies of life, the basic principles of life, that is so above, so below. He wants me to teach you about it. It ties into vagina power and penis power. Why? All babies are born female. Excuse me. All babies are first developing in the uterus, they're female. And then the only thing that changes one from a penis to a vagina is the hormones. So we have an inside, like our vagina goes up, but it's a penis. And the male, that's basically his penis is an extended vagina. That's why it's easier for a doctor to turn, and the doctors have said it's easier for me to give a man a sex change and turn him into a fake female and create a fake vagina, because I just put it back up in him like it is in a woman who her hormones turn, since she was already female, the estrogen produces her into a female. But if it's testosterone and more male hormones, he turns from a female when the baby's developing into a male. First trimester, very early. So somebody correct me if I'm getting that wrong. So his penis, the head of his penis extended out of him is pointed to the earth, along with his feet to ground him into the earth. See, that's why it's important, if a woman's going to be with a man, or if a man is alone, he should massage his penis a certain way and his dick head, and a woman should suck his penis a certain way and massage his penis a certain way, and the shaft of it and his testicles. And if he would let her massage his rectum, I ain't say putting that in it, but I know a lot of men won't let you touch it if they don't like to be penetrated back there, or even the tissue behind it, the section of skin. It's very, very sensitive, and it connects to the nerves in the brain. It's a certain way you have to talk to them and handle them to avoid them cheating on you, and to avoid you having problems, and, problems with communication. You see what I'm saying? See, excuse me. See, if you don't communicate with a man's dickhead right and touch certain parts of him right, you're going to have a problem communicating with his brain, and when you talk to him in a way, the nigga answer you back with his mouth, see? See the way he opened his mouth in his face and talked to you is the same way that a response based on the way you open your mouth on a man dickhead. You see what I'm saying? You got the way you open and close your mouth around that man ass, and then you ask that man for something, and then that man come out his mouth and his head talking goddamn sideways. See, cause that's the way you had talked to him downstairs. It's so above, so below. You see what I'm saying? So see, that deals with the ankh the same way. You look at a full ankh, it's got a circle right there representing the woman womb, go down her vagina, and the dick running through it. Then the line across it, the way the ankh is designed, that's a male and a female coming together. Dick and pussy coming together. See? And that's what he did to me when he had me put them design on it. I don't come up with that man design. Them chairs don't belong to me. That's that man chair. The way he told me to do them goddamn chair. And then they come in here. The baby liked it him. He loves children. And that's the way of him healing children, because he was also a wounded child and a murdered child. He still, I don't like to get into it. But it's still stuff like he be wanting me to say stuff to his mama. I got to finish because he was writing his mother a poem the other day. And I got so tired of this other stuff, I got to finish writing the poem. He still be upset with his mother. Because he said she didn't love him when he was a little baby. And she didn't heal him and she left him and shit. And then never feel like he was valuable as a man. He said he always felt wounded as a man and less than as a man and as a boy trying to become a man, because she always told him he wasn't enough and he couldn't protect her. And she would always look up to other men as more strong and valuable than him. And all the men she saw were strong was because they had money. And then they beat her ass and they went shit and abandon her and leave her. And he was like, I was confused. That's what you see as strength. But I'm your son and I love you and protect you. I'll kill a nigga about you, mama. And you can't even see that I have the ability or the power to strike a nigga down. And you don't even want to respect me as a man because I'm your son. But you respect niggas in the street. They can't do nothing for you, but because you think they have power and wealth and fortune because they have some money. And that's what makes them more powerful than me. And you don't love me. And you see me as weak because I don't have any, but I'm a baby. So how could I? I haven't even grown up yet. You haven't even given me a time to feed me and love me and believe in me and let me grow up to become a man. I'm just a little boy and you don't even believe in me. As a little boy, you left me. You don't love me. See, I don't like to say those things this baby's saying. So when I make these things and I make these tools, this is what he wants. So that he can get to himself. And he can transcend the pain of being murdered and being butchered. He's doing this in his own way. And it's amazing. I wish he was my husband and his body. Because he'd be laying here right now sleeping beside me. And we'd be metaphysical masters and healers and teachers together. Because his philosophy is the same as mine. Vagina power and penis power. One goes into the other. And when the dick goes into the pussy, it's supposed to light up and illuminate the whole galaxy of the woman and spin and make her more into the goddess as he becomes the god. And resurrect that mind here. In vagina power and penis power time. So when you see that, you think, wow, I don't give a fuck about a bitch laughing and talking about me and I'm crazy. I got a mental problem. I don't give a fuck what you say. You don't even understand the divine science of the mind of pussy and dick, bitch. And I've been teaching this a long time, but I never had a man beside me respecting this pimping and respecting this drip. When he came in, I said, you're too young. Take your ass out of here. You tell me what I'm reading. I'm going to give you. He said, you don't know me. You don't know what I know. You don't know where I've been and what I've done. And he was talking to me. The way the nigga was talking to me. All raw and off the chain and shit. I said, I thought this was a little boy. This is a child. This man's looking at me. And when he's talking to me, he looking dead at me. I don't know if any of you know him, the way the nigga talk. God damn it. When you was around, this nigga looking at me, wouldn't blink. Wouldn't shake, wouldn't stutter, looking still like a grown ass man, standing looking at me in my fucking eyes, not blinking, not flinching. This is what I want. And this is what I want to do. And I know you, I seen the show. This is what I need you to do for me. And this is what I'm going to do for you. And I'm looking like, damn, this motherfucker here is young, but this nigga old. How dare you come in here like a grown ass man talking to me all off the chain like that, looking all at me in my eyes and not blinking, standing firm and goddamn taller than me. So the nigga sometime I say, you said what? He said, you heard me. I said, you lean over, look down, don't blink, firm, ain't scary, ain't shaking like a little boy, talking to me like a grown ass man like that. I said, nigga, I'm trying to put you out of my house, but it's really hard to put your young / old soul ass out of here like you talking to me like you grown all like that. Knowing how to talk to me, goddamn it, and won't blink. This is what I said, standing firm in that shit, what the fuck he said. And I was like, this nigga grown. Like, this is an old soul, this man. Standing confidently, real relaxed and calm, saying what the fuck he wanna say. And I said, I was intimidated. I said, this man is grown. So I had to respect. I said, I thought this was a mean, crazy gangbanger that don't respect nobody, nothing. This man is extremely intelligent and still continue to get his knowledge and to help people while he's on the other side in the balance, trying to resurrect and heal himself, becoming God. So he's telling me, he's like, I need you. I need some vagina power. Saying, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's like, I need sexual healing. I'm like, don't you think you did enough fucking? He said, nah, I didn't say that. I said sexual healing. They didn't heal me. That's why I got shot. I said, so you understand? I said, you don't understand that. You're my son's age. You don't know. He said, you don't know what I know. I've been with grown women. He said, women's with an S. I said, take your ass on, okay? You don't know what you said. I do. He said, science. And there's a certain woman that has science in her pussy to elevate me. I said, oh, so you come to an OG. Okay, well, yeah, that would be the only one that could do it. Because the women you were screwing don't know what I know. Sex is first science. There is a method to the madness. Y'all were fucking for lust and pleasure. And your lust and your pleasure lured you away to be murdered because you don't know your mama. See, because that's your problem. He said, I told you that. I told you that. I know you have the knowledge and wisdom to do it. So this man is teaching me. So those are symbols you see. Those patterns that you see on those cushions, you have no idea what that is. Like I said, why do you think I don't care? When people make fun of me for being obsessed with him and loving him and putting his messages out and supporting him, because nobody his age, 33, in false time, could do what he came to me to do. And unfortunately, nobody my age could do for me what he came in here to do. I've been looking for it, just like he was looking for me and somebody else's body and these women he was fucking. Because before I talk to you about sucking dick and how a man need to handle a woman pussy, we're going to get to that, but I'm not getting to that in public. Not all of that. We first have to deal with what sex is because you don't know. And it is first a science. And it's numbers that many of you cannot comprehend. Okay, so I'm not going to keep giving my information away. I've been treated like a dog by all of you people. Not the ones that love me and support me, but a lot of black people have treated me like a dog. and I will never forget it. I have enough pain to last me a lifetime. I'm a liar. I'm a scammer. I'm a hoe. I'm a prostitute. And nobody has proved I was a prostitute yet. Just like I was telling my assistant and my friend the other day, I said, I didn't want to tell my business, but I'm glad I finally told it because I've been living with someone who has me under surveillance and who's had me under surveillance for 20 years. Even when I lived in another place and we were dating before I moved here, I was under surveillance and I have police in the building, but I'm a whore. That's why I have begged for all the men that they know I've been fucking and screwing and selling my pussy to down here in my house for over 20 years to have them come forward and tell on me how they in Atlanta come screw over here. Because I don't even have privacy in my own home. But these black people go and lie and say I fucking suck everybody and I suck them or try to suck them and let niggas do cum showers and rain come down on me. And that's something I've never done. First of all, out of a choice to never do that. But secondly, even if I wanted to do it here with this crazy ass obsessed ass nigga that I had, I already know. Like I told you before, I shared the story about the chickens and made a joke out of it. I was constantly being watched. So how could I be a prostitute? And see, black people like to believe shit like that. I know because they've yeah, I heard that about you. I said, do you have any proof of it? Because you believe the rumor. Well, I read it online. That makes it true. What are the names of the men? What's the date, time, year, location that I did it? And can you please bring it forward and give me the name? No, but I read it about you. And you see how sick these black bitches are? You see what I'm saying? I'm still waiting for the deep freezer too. It's not white people that have done this to me. I don't really worry about them as much because I know where they stand. Not all of them, but the ones that rule this racist system. I understand that. But it's the ones I didn't see coming because they look like me and they're treacherous as hell. They're the ones that put the rumor and jam you up to be destroyed and then say, oh my God, I'm going to see, can I go to the funeral? Not because you love me, because you want to take a picture of the body and put it on Instagram and see what was I wearing, who beat the face of the corpse. See, I know not to trust y'all because y'all are the main ones that tried to have me destroyed several times. This model, the serial number that I have, this particular model that's called Alexis now, y'all wanted to have it destroyed where it didn't exist. A lot of you black women, so-called black women, y'all know what I'm talking about with bitches like that and niggas that will do that to you. I'm not giving you, you know what? I know. Go to the healer, Nipsey's baby mother's a healer. Those are the ones y'all like. Those are the ones y'all make millionaires and then try to destroy me and say I'm the fake one. And then you go to the fake one and say it's real. And then the real one that's me that you say is fake, you try to destroy. That's how black people are wired to destroy their own. And I've had enough hurt from it. And this man has brought light. And I don't care what people say. If I had been with him at 33, I would have married him that young, and I wouldn't care what you think or say about it. And I would have loved him and bathed him and fed him and kissed him and gained his weight back on him. That bitch had him on that vegetarian diet looking emaciated like that. Encouraging that shit. That boy was slim. He wasn't that skinny. And he was troubled because they put death on him. They kept threatening him. So he looked a mess. He looked older than what he was because he was scared. And he was paranoid and looking. He was just like, if you're going to kill me, just kill me. I'm not going to walk around with bodyguards and shit. And he knew they wanted to kill him. And he was worried he wasn't eating. So he just got himself together. I don't want to walk around with bodyguards. I don't want nobody watching over me. That's not the way to live. And then fear looking on my shoulder. Just do what you're going to do. Just like Malcolm and Martin said. I done been to the mountaintop. Just do what you're going to do. And physical body just gone. Just wasted. For nothing. Some jealous niggas and take his stuff. It's like when he told me to look at him in the morgue and I actually projected and I could see the wounds. I know where he was shot at and I know what he was shot with. He told me to tell. his brother, which they already knew. So I was shot with a 9mm, like a hollow point type. And I'm looking at his body, and he's like, look at me. Look at everything. And I said, well, I don't want to look at everything, but I'm going to look at you. He said, no, I want you to see me. His body was beautiful. He had not been cut open yet. And I looked, and I got depressed. And I said, look at this. This boy could have been a model, an athlete, the type of model that they have on the white runways, long, lean, muscle, athletic, beautiful body, beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, eyelashes, beautiful teeth, beautiful skin, very talented, a multimillionaire laying here with a dead body, out of the body, showing it to me. Body, he had everything. His mother gave him this beauty in a body. And it's just wasted. Dick everywhere, and it's just wasted. Had a body a lot of men would kill for, would trade him for. But at this point, eating this diet that made him look totally emaciated, totally unhealthy. I didn't like it. A lot of people told him they didn't like it. Listen to this bitch. Instead of fattening him up for the kill, you fattened him up mentally, emotionally, and financially for the kill. But then you toned him down so he'd be easy to tear up because he's basically skin and bones at that point. And my heart is broken. I'm looking at this, and my heart is broken. All of this man is a God. But yet he became a Christ and sacrificed himself for these niggas. The same way I did. And he taught me a lot. And I said, boy, I'm still not completely gone, but I did the same thing that you did. Like somebody put a comment there, and it means, at this point, it means absolutely nothing to me. Somebody said, you know, Alexis, I miss your motivational videos and training videos with women where you would be in the video training a woman and doing a life coaching with a woman. When are we going to see that again? You can look at the videos that you're already seeing because you'll never see me do it again for free. Them same black bitches that I had on there, and I didn't charge them. I was taking my money, my time, renting the house out, the food and the energy, and just wanted to show that I had the ability to do this intuitively. They never paid me, but they went to people that they respected and admired that were in Airbnbs, beautiful houses, that said the house was theirs, but they found out later it was a goddamn Airbnb that was a part of the system and a part of the sisterhood and the brotherhood and the Divine Nine and the Eastern Stars. They're not going to support me. I would have to have my own base of women that really loved me and supported me. And the little bitch that I had in their life coaching, then they gave me their ass to kiss and got money and went and gave it to another life coach that they admired and supported, dealing with the so-called celebrity and fame and fortune. They give me nothing. So you won't see that again from me for nothing. All y'all want to get that shit and use me for free and say I ain't shit. And then go give it to another bitch because you see her under some celebrity that she done fucked and sucked and took the motherfucking oath. That's why she's getting the glitz and glamour and have to take her money and give her cut to her madam who's pimping her in exchange for the fame and the fortune and the fake lifestyle that you see. And you don't get nothing but cheated out your money and just say you know them and get to fucking be around them because they don't give a fuck about you. Once they get your money, you back to where the fuck you started at. Don't ask me that shit. Don't. I'm telling all of you, whoever listen that want that, do not ask me to do that again for free. I got over 10 years. You can Google me and you can type me on YouTube. Over years and years and years of free information, hard work, hours and hours of giving my life, my service, my comedy, my personality. I'm done. You don't ask them bitches to do nothing for free. You don't ask them to teach you and do a step-by-step guide with a model for nothing on a fucking video. But you want that of me. I'm not sacrificing myself no more and letting y'all stab me and crucify me. And you think I'm supposed to just it's like it's just, oh, do this reading on this person. Oh, why does African man let this white bitch kill him? I don't know. You channel him in the spirit, goddammit. You go to them churches, they don't tell you Jesus. Oh, the main lie. Tell him what you want. Ah, yeah. Tell him what you want. And give you some hard saltine crackers, goddammit. Well, they done had dried up in the basement with the rats nibbling off of it. And give you some damn old Manischewitz wine, bitch, for your communion offering. And you go in there in your closet and you get that old telephone bitch and dial him up, goddammit. You dial him up and ask you why that Nigerian motherfucker let that white bitch kill him over there on goddamn OnlyFans, ho. Because at least you paid him to watch him fuck that white girl. But you want me to do it for nothing. So you get your goddamn ass up next Sunday, put your church shoes on, and you call Jesus up on the fucking main line and tell him what you want, goddammit. Because y'all not going to keep on fucking playing on me. I'll see y'all, guys. You can pat your ass on that bitch. Nighty night, night, goddammit.